Hey guys, welcome to Backyard Beekeeping. Today's Honey Harvest 2020. So today is 2 days before my planned honey harvest, June 5th of 2020, and today I'm going to be putting the bee escapes on. This little tool here is a bee escape, and I've gotten these off of dadent.com, which I'll leave a link to in the description. And it kind of works like a fish trap, so the bees can find their way out through the 3 holes in the triangle, but they can't really find their way back in. So basically, you're going to put the supers on top of this, and as the bees run down, they can find their way out but can't get back in, and that drains the supers, so that way you don't have any bees in there for the honey harvest. Well, as you all can see, I'm drenched in sweat. The humidity today is just insane. It's like 82%. I took a sting in the forehead there. Took a couple stings, but hopefully placing the bee escapes on there will make it a little bit easier on harvest day. So I'll see you guys then. By the way, try to work your bees on days they're not going to be so mad at you. Today is Sunday, June 7th, and Friday I put some bee escapes on the supers to empty the supers of bees. That way harvesting would go much easier. So now we're going to go pull those supers and get ready for extraction. Alright everyone, so we've moved our 4 supers into the garage where we're going to be harvesting honey, and now I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. So basically here we've got Jackson uncapping using the knife and the tool, and we're uncapping into this 5-gallon bucket with a paint strainer on it. That way we can filter the cappings and get the honey that's left in those. After he's done uncapping, the frames will go into this electric extractor that I bought. It's a 4-frame extractor, so we should be able to move pretty quickly. As you can see, there's already honey dripping in to the bottom of the drum, and we haven't even spun one up yet. Alright, so Jacob from JB Will and I are brushing the bees off the frames and handing them to Jackson, who's uncapping. And yeah, hopefully we get this done pretty quick. Alright y'all, so here we have a beautiful frame of honey. And this is a prime example of the difference between wet and dry capping. So as you can see, these are wet cappings that are touching the honey, and that's why you can kind of see it through. And here are some dry cappings, which means the bees have left a little air bubble between the honey and the cappings. Just 2 different methods. I don't know that one is better or worse, but it's kind of close to the difference. So this is our first 4 frames of 2020. You can see the honey flying out there. It's quite beautiful. So now we're finished with the deep super. We put it out for the bees, and we started on the mediums. A couple of these the bees have started eating, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we're still going to get a decent amount of honey. We've got about 3 or 4 gallons so far. So it's about 12:30 now. We started at 8, and this bucket is pretty much full. I don't know if you can see that line of honey. This bucket's about 3/4 of the way full. Here we've got our uncapping tank. It's pretty cool, I guess. And then we've got our little washing station. Yeah, now we got 6 frames to go. We're emptying the extractor. There's still a bunch of honey down there. Yeah, probably a gallon maybe of honey down there.
Definitely.
So yeah, let's see one of those frames. Nice. So we've finished all the frames we're gonna do, and basically now we're just cleaning the tank. As you can see, there's about a gallon of honey still in the extractor. And yeah, we're just scraping the sides with these spatulas and then we're going to tilt it forward and scrape the bottom. Try and harvest as much as we can. So we're pretty much done with the honey extraction now, and we're washing out our equipment. We've just put some soapy water in the extractor and we're spinning it up. It seems to do a really good job. So we've cleaned most of our equipment, and next step is getting the honey out of the cappings. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So we're done washing our equipment, and we've set up this little capping strainer in my spare closet. As you can see, it's just going to drain the cappings into that bucket, and that bucket is mostly full. You can see the dark line. Turns out we're just shy of 13 gallons right now. There may be another quart in the cappings, which we're going to let go for maybe a week and just strip everything out of it, and then there'll be a new video about processing the wax. So yeah, that's all there is. Alright guys, so these are our two finished and cleaned honey buckets. They weigh 81.8 pounds, and that works out to about 7.4 gallons. And then in our cappings we have another 4 strong gallons. So it'll bring our total to around 130-40 pounds, which is quite good for this year. I'm really proud of that. The bees did great, and we're gonna go ahead and draw it up. Alright y'all, so we've got our little sanitization station over here. We've got Jackson cutting the jars and dipping them in the boiling water to kill everything out. Once the jars are sanitized, we bring them over here to where they're being dried off with a clean towel, and we're gonna start filling them. So as y'all can see, there's a good amount of bees going ahead and cleaning up the supers. You can see at the bottom, they've chewed a bit of wax because they're in robbing mode now instead of, you know, conservation, so they don't really, they'll tear up a little bit of the wax, but it's definitely better than, you know, having to restart every year, and that's why I ended up getting an extractor. They're doing a dupe as well. Yeah, very cool. So I'm just going to store these once the bees have dried them out, and they'll be ready to go for next year. So it's now 8:40 at night, and it's been a full 12-hour day of harvesting. Super thankful for everything the bees gave us this year. It worked out to about 11.5 gallons, and that's about 125 pounds. We've got quarter pints, half pints, pints, quarts, and half gallons. Just different storage options. Some gifts, some bigger gifts, and some storage, long-term storage options. Yeah, this is a really cool day. Thanks for watching.